Hi guys, I'm back, and guess what? It's Hump Day Wednesday, and guess what? Yeah, no, I'm still not humping, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I've made peace with that, okay? But what I have decided that I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna keep telling y'all every Wednesday that I ain't humping. So this is the last Wednesday that I'm reporting about what goes on in my private life. But yeah, I'm not humping again today. You know, it's the middle of the day and I don't have plans to hump later today. So yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of other stuff that's going on. And I was sitting at work today doing what I do and on my computer, and I was shocked to learn that this coronavirus thing is really putting fear in all of the world, not just the US, not just in Italy, not just, you know, in certain parts of the world. This is all over the world that we're getting, you know, hysteria about this new coronavirus. So I learned something today that I want to share with you guys. I don't know if you know the difference. So there's an epidemic and then there's a pandemic. So this was declared a pandemic. We haven't had a pandemic since 2009, and the last pandemic was the H1N1 influenza. And the difference between an epidemic and a pandemic is an epidemic is confined to a regional area, and a pandemic is a worldwide spread of a new virus. That's the other thing that I took away from it. It's new when it's described as a pandemic, and it's a worldwide thing, not just contained to a specific region or area. So guys, wash your hands. You know, that's the cliche thing to say, but it's simple but effective. Wash your hands. And I just think it's really, really getting outrageous. So much so that they have canceled the Houston rodeo. I know if you guys don't know anything about the rodeo, that may not mean much to you, but that's a huge, big deal. There is a lot of money that is made during rodeo time here in Houston. I think, in fact, the Houston rodeo is the largest rodeo in, I know, North America. So there's a lot of money that is being lost. I know somebody who's going to lose out on money just because he parks cars, you know, at his place of business during rodeo time. That's a nice chunk of change that he's going to miss out on. So it's a really big deal that they're canceling the rodeo. They are not having crowds at sporting events like the NBA and the NCAA tournament. They've already canceled, like I talked about before, the tennis tournament in Indian Wells. It's really, I mean, initially I was like, oh, this will blow over. It's just like one of the other. I don't know. I'm getting a little nervous. I've never seen them cancel sporting events. Like, that's big, major money. But what I am, I guess I'll say concerned about, and not even concerned, but I think it's kind of weird that they're canceling these sporting events, yet amusement parks have not shut their doors. Amusement parks like Disneyland or Disney World are still operating, and those two places attract more international people than I would think a sporting event. That's just me. That's what I think. The airports aren't being shut down. That would cut down international travel and international intermingling, but they haven't done that yet. So I don't know. It's confusing, but guys, stay safe. Stay clean. Wash your freaking hands. I know it's a lot of nasty folk that don't like to wash their hands. you know, in public places. Now, you know, I know you get laxed at home. People tried to clown Adrienne from The Real when she says she didn't wash her hands after she goes to the restroom at her own home. You know, I can see you getting laxed in that way. We're not gonna act like we're just above washing our hands at home. Whatever. But in a public place, at your job, at school, in an office building somewhere, wash your nasty ass hands. You know, don't do that. So I also wanted to touch on, I was also scrolling and I saw that Mr. Harvey Weinstein has been sentenced to 23 years. I'm shocked. I ain't gonna even lie, I'm shocked, y'all. Harvey has been sentenced to 23 years, and with his health declining as rapidly as he would like us to believe it is, I don't know how long he's gonna last in there. Not that I care, I'm just saying. I found that very interesting, and I'm more interested to see what y'all's favorite Auntie Gail and Auntie Oprah have to say about such developments. Or if in fact Gail is going to handle it like she handled the whole Kobe Bryant interview after Snoop drug her for filth. I'm wondering, is she going to say she's done and she's moved on? And you know, if that's going to be her response, if anybody ever asks her about Mr. Weinstein and his conviction, not allegation, but his conviction. I'm just wondering if Oprah and Gail are going to break their silence, or if they're going to elaborate, or if there's going to be a documentary with all of his victims produced, or if there's going to be a sit-down interview by Ms. Winfrey with his victims, because these aren't alleged victims anymore since he was convicted. These are actual victims. So I'm just interested to see what Auntie Gail and Auntie Oprah have to say about their good dear friend, Mr. Weinstein. I'm gonna hold my breath and wait for that. Yeah, okay. Anywho, so I decided to do this video earlier in the day. Like I said, I think this time frame is going to suit me better because I'm really tired when I get off work. So I think I'm going to try this format and see what it does, and hopefully you guys will check it out, and you will subscribe if you are not subscribed already, and you will hit the thumbs up, the like button, if you like the content, and tell somebody, tell a friend. Okay, now I don't know if you guys hear my dog in the background breathing. I've discussed Sam before, but I'm about to take my sweet baby out on his afternoon stroll and give him his medication, and if anything else intriguing happens, I might see y'all again tonight. Oh, and I did want to say, did y'all peep that Lakers game last night against Brooklyn? I was hoping against all odds that they wouldn't have the letdown game that everybody was talking about them potentially having against Brooklyn, and they did just that. It was a good game, down to the wire game, and Anthony Davis couldn't sink that three, but it is what it is. Lake Show's still rolling, and hopefully this corona doesn't jeopardize the playoffs. You know, it would be horrible for the guys to have to play these games and not have any fans in the stadium. That would just totally suck, you know. And dang, I hope they can get a handle on this thing, because it's looking like, you know, I'm skeptical to believe what I read, because, you know, people will just print anything. But what they're saying is, multiple sources are saying, is that the virus is going to get worse before it gets better. And I just really hope that's not true. But what I am taking comfort in is this melanated skin that I'm in. All this brown lusciousness that coats my body seems to be a protective barrier, is what they say. So I'm not sure, but I'm gonna bet on black, as I always do. And I'll leave you guys with that. Have a great hump day. And if you humping, get in that thing. Get in that thing. Okay, and if you're not like me, you know, have a nice cocktail and lay it on down. Bye, y'all.